What up? What up? What up? Welcome back to another episode of the Dope Sports Podcast, brought to you by DopeContent.com and brought to you by Get the Tables. I gotta add that on. And brought to you by HBO and HelloFresh. Welcome to another episode of the the Dope Sports Podcast. I'm folding already. We are back once again. Once again, I will be joined by my guy Tony from Get the Tables, ladies and gentlemen. Know the gang in the building on Twitch. D-Well was good. YouTube, if you're there, go like the video so YouTube can spread the video around some more to get some more eyes on the video. I hope y'all having a good day. We got some NFL to get into. I just want to let y'all know now, Tony already won a prediction before last night game, so it was an easy win for him because he dominated. He had like 8 or 9 victories before last night's game. I had 8. No, he had 9. I had 8 before last night's game. We both picked the Chargers. And then D-Web had 4. And Rob had 4. And y'all picked the Chargers, so y'all ended up with 5. So Tony wins. So I got to make him a Get the Table shirt. And I got to send it to him. Or send him a Dope Content and Get the Table shirt. You know, he can rep both brands, however you want to do it. We'll find out once we bring him on. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining. A lot to get into today. I am on the wrong screen because it is showing my YouTube and not ESPN and not my OBS. Hold on, y'all, before we get everybody going. All right. And before we get to the NFL real quick, let's just give a shout out to Ice Cube and the Big Three. They are officially the first black-owned sports league ever. So shout out to, Ice Cube doing this thing with the Big Three. They're still pushing. The ratings went down. The attendance is down, but they are still pushing. He's still moving forward. So shout out to him. And also, I want to bring up a big weekend of boxing for Devin Haney, Clarissa Shields, Deontay Wilder, and Alicia Baumgartner, ladies and gentlemen. So shout out to them as well. All big wins for them. Alicia Baumgartner, she beat Michaela Meyer to become the unified junior lightweight champion. And then Clarissa Shields defeated Savannah Marshall to become the the undisputed middleweight champion. Devin Haney moves to 29-0, beating George Kambosos Jr. in a rematch that they had. And then Wilder returns with a big round 1 KO. So that's it for boxing, man. It was a good night for the people I cheer for. Let me at least say that. I don't know. They was in London and they was in Brooklyn. So a lot of people in London weren't cheering for Clarissa Shields and Alicia Baumgartner, but I was cheering for him. Devin Haney is a beast, young beast coming up. And then it's just good to see Deontay Wilder. Max, what's good on Twitter, man? Thank y'all for joining. Make sure you follow Max. I'm sorry, not Twitter, but Twitch. Make sure you follow him on Twitch if you're not doing it. And let's get right into it, man. Let's Get the Tables in, a.k.a. Tony, or Tony, a.k.a. Get the Tables. And then we're going to go right into the Cowboys game. We're going to start with the Cowboys this week, Cowboys and Eagles. Then we're going to get into the rest of the NFL. So let's get right into it. Intro is coming up. Let's go. Once again, joined by Tony from Get the Tables, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure if you're on Twitch to go follow Get the Tables if you're not doing so already. They give you the best watch-alongs in wrestling on Twitch. And they used to do podcasts, but I'm sure they'll do podcasts maybe soon. I don't know. I can't speak for them. Maybe they'll bring it back. That's maybe. Just be throwing it out there so he can
Don't add the pressure on me now.
Putting the
Don't add
peer
no
pressure
pressure
on
on.
them. Putting the peer pressure on them. But as you see on the screen, we got the Eagles putting the halt to the rush train. Eagles defeat the Cowboys 26-17. Cooper Rush 18 for 38. 181 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Jalen Hurts 15 to 25. 155 yards, 2 touchdowns. It seemed like Hurts did so much more than just 155 yards. But Eagles fans have just been coming at me crazy, like I'm supposed to be mad. I'm not. I'm not mad. Like, I'm not one of those Cowboys fans. So, like, you're going to have to go to, speaking of Eagles fans, here goes Jay Cross. Boo, get him out of here. Get him out of here. But no, like, a lot of Eagles fans are, like, trying their best on Facebook to get me, like, upset. And I'm just like, bruh, I'm not upset. Like, you beat Cooper Rush, and your last win before that was Ben DiNucci. Like, good job, Eagles. Good job. Hand clap for the Eagles. You know, hey, y'all look good, but I'm still not that impressed with y'all. Y'all look good. I give you that. Y'all got talent across the board, but I'm still not, like, scared of y'all. Like, if y'all would have dominated the second half like y'all did the first half, then I would have been saying a different tune. But y'all let Cooper Rush come back and bring it within 3. Like, at home. Like, I'm not worried about the Eagles. What's your thoughts on it, Tony?
Well, first off, I had this game over like in the first half. So props to your Cowboys for making it a game, at least in that third, fourth quarter. I don't know, man. Those Eagles are tough. They got so many weapons on that offense. They can do, option with Hurts. They got the running game going with Sanders. You got Brown doing things on the offense. You got Goddard. I mean, they got a nice team going over there. And then on top of that, their defense. Their defense played very, very well in that first half. Second half, they kind of got a little bit tired, and the Cowboys were able to capitalize. But this wasn't all on Cooper Rush helping the Cowboys get back in the game. This was their defense.
Yeah.
The defense kept the game close. And that was the only reason why the game was close, is because of the Cowboys' defense. If the Cowboys' defense had a shitty defense, this game would have been a blowout.
Yeah.
As we saw at the beginning of the game, Cooper Rush throws a pick into like quadruple coverage. Then he threw another pick, which was bad. I mean, the Cooper Rush finally showed everyone that when you put it in his hands to try to put the game back into Cowboys' hands, he's not capable of doing it. Maybe if Dak was there, maybe he would have been able to overcome the odds and beat the Eagles. But just saying, with Rush there, they had no chance. And they proved it on Sunday that they need Dak to even stand a chance to make the playoffs or even the Super Bowl.
And that is another reason why I wasn't upset at all, because I'm sick of the people that been arguing with me. Anytime I post anything about the Cowboys, it was, oh yeah, but Cooper Rush doing this, Cooper Rush doing that. You've been seeing it. You've been on here with me. I've been talking about it every week. Like, bro, what are y'all watching? And it's to this day, I still got at least one Cowboys fan that's on every post on my Facebook. I'm about to block his ass, honestly. But he's on every post. It's like, well, he's doing the game management better. He's doing this better. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's averaging 17 points a game. And we're winning because of the defense. Like, I don't understand how you're not seeing this. Like, you're just dumb at this point.
I mean, even if he is doing game management better than Dak, it comes down to situations like that when you're down 17 or 20 points. You need to have your quarterback be able to bring you back into the game. And Cooper Rush is not that quarterback. He's not going to get you back into the game. They were lucky to make it even a close game in that second half. And like Jeffrey Cross said, Parsons was held on check until Lane Johnson went out for that concussion. And then Parsons started blowing them up.
Okay. So
look, Cooper Rush is not the answer. It's obviously Dak. And again, if Dak was there on Sunday, maybe the Cowboys may have came back and won. Who knows? But with Cooper Rush there,
ain't happening.
I mean, some of those picks there he threw, especially that first one where he threw it in like quadruple coverage, was horrible. And he's just not there. Zeke had a good game. Zeke played well. The running game was there. He started throwing a little bit better passes. That Noah Brown catch that wasn't a touchdown was incredible. But you got to give props to the Cowboys defense for trying to make it a game, which they did for a little bit until the Eagles capitalized on more turnovers by the Cowboys.
Right. And see, now the thing about Parsons, this the thing about Eagles fans. They say, oh, he wasn't doing this until Lane Johnson was out. It wasn't even about Lane Johnson. It was about the plays and how they used them and how they attacked Parsons. It wasn't even really about Lane Johnson because Parsons was left alone pretty much the whole first half of the game. Like, they didn't even try to block him. They just kept doing run pass options towards him because he was on an island by himself, and Parsons can't cover the run and the pass at the same time. So it was a very smart game plan. And then second half, even before Lane, did he go out at halftime? I can't even remember. I thought it was like maybe a series after halftime, but it might have been right at halftime where he went out. But then Quinn decided, okay, if this is how they doing Parsons, we either go have to put him in coverage and just say you're backing up and covering, which he did a couple of plays where he almost caught an interception.
Grill, with
ESPN just started playing a random ad.
It's our
What is going on? Stop, ESPN. All right, back to what I was saying. He was in coverage and almost caught a pick to the point where he's up getting in people's faces, talking about, getting penalties and yada, yada, just stupid penalties by the Cowboys, including Dante Fowler at the end of the first quarter where he jumped off sides on 4th and 2, 4th and 1. Just dumb. And then they said if you're not going to put you in coverage, you're just going to rush. It's no more waiting on the run pass option. We either just going to rush you for it or we're just going to put you in coverage. And that was a difference as well. So it wasn't really about Lane Johnson. It was about how the Eagles was playing Parsons as a whole. It was just smart play calling. That was the best way and the only way you could take Parsons out. Another thing Jay Cross said, Cowboys fans celebrating beating the Eagles third string. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was second string, third string. And to be honest with you, Jay Cross, that actually made me nervous about the playoffs. I understand, like, we put up 56, I believe, or something like that, 52, something like that game. I was happy to see that for the offense. But at the same time, we gave up like 29 to like third stringers. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't too happy. So I wasn't one of those Cowboys fans. And then Eagles like to bring that up, but they don't want to talk about the game that I went to, the Monday night game where we put 42 on them, starters versus starters. They don't like bringing that up. But hey, this is their Super Bowl. Congrats to y'all Super Bowl Eagles, because you're not winning the real one. You're not winning the real one. So congrats on beating Cooper Rush, because you're not winning the game in December either. So I just want to let you know that. But
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Nah,
Eagles are a scary team, man. I think,
not,
in my opinion,
they're not winning. Hey, Jay Cross, our Super Bowl was in '95, and y'all still ain't got close to catching up. Not even close. So what they say about y'all? We haven't been in since 1995, and y'all still haven't even came close to catching up. And then if you want to do Eagles versus Cowboys head to head, we're up 72-54. So,
Bruh.
eat on that. Eat on that. You still got catching up to do and winning head to head games and, Super Bowls. Who cares? Y'all care, because y'all keep bringing it up. I don't even talk Super Bowl stuff like the other Cowboys fans, but you brought it up. So that's your fault. You asked for that one. I don't even bring up the Super Bowl conversation. So I know what it is. But you got anything else on this game?
Nah, Eagles played well. They are a scary team, I think, in my opinion. If they continue playing very well, I think their next 4 games are pretty easy. I know they play, I think, the Texans, the Steelers, I think 2 other teams that are pretty down and out right now. I mean, they could end up being like 9-0, 10-0.
Yeah, easy.
Soon. So yeah, they could definitely if you have to go through Philly to beat them, it's gonna be tough. That it's not easy to play in Philadelphia. That crowd is wild. It's always amped up.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. If they got home field advantage throughout the playoffs, it's gonna be tough for anybody.
Yeah. My only thing, And this is what happened. I told y'all last week my only fear about the Eagles is their running game, because as good as the Cowboys defense is, people can still just run up and down the middle on us. Like our D tackles are still, they're better, but they're not, they're not run stoppers like that. And Van Der Esch is always missing gaps too when they run up the middle versus when the team is running to the outside. Miles Sanders had 71 yards rushing. Jalen Hurts had 27. Gainwell had 25. Boston Scott had 16. They had 136 rushing yards total. You just can't be a great defense giving up 136 yards. Now, Zeke, I tweeted about Zeke. I say it's just something about Zeke and the Eagles on Sunday nights where he just plays like one of his best games of the season. Zeke had 81 yards, 1 touchdown, 6.2 average on only 13 carries. Tony Pollard had 11 carries, 44 yards. So they should have ran the ball.
Game was there.
They should have ran the ball earlier,
and
more with Zeke. But I mean, hey, it happens. It happens. It was a good game. That's all I really asked for, was for it to be good. The second quarter was typical second quarter Eagles this year. It's like they fill you out the first quarter, and then the second quarter they just say, "All right, we know what you're doing. We about to blow your head off right now." That's what they do. So, shout out to the Eagles, man. Like again, I call it for what it is. So even with this, I can post this clip and give props to the Eagles, and watch Eagles fans get on my Facebook and be like, "Oh yeah, you stupid Cowboys fan, yada yada." Losers, y'all act like you've been there before. Stop being a loser. I was giving them credit in the first half. They was still talking. "Oh, you this and that." Loser. You got the little brother syndrome. I know this game means a lot to y'all. Y'all have a whole Dallas week and a whole we want Dallas and Cowboys this and Cowboys that. We don't do that here. We don't have a Giants week. We don't have a Philly week. We don't have a Washington week. Everybody else in the NFC East has a Dallas week. Those are proven facts. Go look at what the shirt that the coach was wearing throughout the week. We want Dallas. That's what it was in Dallas week. We don't do that here. So relax, Eagles. It's a game. Good job, bro.
After this week, you might want to have a Philly week or
Not
something.
At all.
Man,
Not at all.
I'm just saying, man.
No.
I hear what you're saying. Like it was one game and it was against the backup, but I don't underestimate the Eagles. I think it's not no fluke that they're undefeated right now. I think a lot of people thought it was, but I think after Sunday night, I think it kind of proves that they're no fluke. They're gonna be there in the playoffs at the end of the day. I hope y'all do play in the playoffs. That'd be fun.
That'll
see you guys
be great
in the playoffs.
That'll be perfectly great. But again, I give the Eagles. I've been praising Jalen Hurts all offseason, saying I hope this man has a great season, and he's doing good. He's doing very well, and I'm happy that he's doing well. I like A.J. Brown. I like Devontae Smith. It's just,
to me, Hurts is having a good year. Don't get me wrong. I think he's thrown 2 picks all year.
Yeah.
A major upgrade was the pickups they did in free agency.
Yeah.
They got Gardner Johnson from the Saints, which is huge. He played well against the Cowboys. They got A.J. Brown for another weapon to add to Jalen Hurts. That to me was huge for the Eagles, because they are showing out right now for the Eagles. They are proving that they were just a wide receiver and maybe an extra safety or a corner away to being a pretty strong team heading into the playoffs. I'm a Bucs fan, and I would not want to play the Eagles right now. I would be scared to play the Eagles right now.
I gotta admit,
team should be.
I was going for the Eagles when they played y'all last year in the playoffs. I was mad y'all beat them. I was cheering for the Eagles hard that game too. I was like, please take them out, Eagles. But hey, they didn't. You need a DN, do you though, Jay Cross? Like y'all are solid on the D line, like everywhere. I think your worst position might be linebacker, and that's even better this year. Like, hey man, it's great. The Eagles are loaded, man. Like that's a good team. It's a fun team to watch. I'm a Cowboy fan saying that.
I don't know if we heard about this. Now they're in talks about maybe getting McCaffrey.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is, hey, they going for it.
McCaffrey. Holy shit!
They going
they're
for
gonna
it.
be you can't blame them. It's all in right now. And if they're able to get McCaffrey, oh my God!
I'm just
Watch
like,
out.
where can you fit his contract though? You got all these other people that you just signed. yeah, it's just man, it's too much. It's starting to look like the Lakers of football, man. Y'all doing too much. Y'all need to relax. All right, we don't need no LeBrons and actually the way they play, we might need y'all to go ahead and do that. And we get the same result. We're gonna talk about the NBA a little later. But yeah, man, I'm glad I wasn't mad at all about this game because the Cooper Rush hype train had to stop, and I'm so glad that it stopped. I wish it was against another team, but hey, if it has to be against the Eagles, oh well, so be it. Been trying to tell y'all cowboy idiots for months that keep talking about he's better than Dak, this. Stop. Shut up. Stop. You're a bunch of idiots. I can hit you with stats and facts like I always do on these Facebook arguments, and y'all still coming in. Oh, yeah, but this and that. One dude said all of a sudden now Jalen Hurts is better than Dak. Off of what? This one game, he threw 155 yards and won. He's better than Dak. What has he done so far that's tell you he's better than Dak right now? He might be better than Dak later on down the line, but right now, career, what has Jalen Hurts done? The Eagles didn't even want him. Like, what are you? And now, like, man, people are stupid. People are stupid. I'm not gonna keep going on my rant. I just know Dak should be coming back Sunday against Detroit. And honestly, if it was me, if I still sit him out one more week, honestly, to make sure, I just want him to be more than 100% ready to go before we bring him back. I don't want him rushing back for this and that. I just want him to be 100% when he comes back. So even if that takes another week and he comes back in Chicago the next week, that's fine with me.
Yeah. I mean, the next two games where they play Detroit and Chicago.
Yeah.
He could sit out both those games and they would be fine. I mean, you would think.
Yeah.
But maybe, playing against the worst defense in the league and having them come back against them might help them get the cobwebs out. But yeah, again, I don't think you have to play him next week. But if he's ready, put him in. Shoot, why not?
Yeah, I guess you can get the rust off this game. I mean, now the thing about the Lions, they are sneaky good on offense. They're top 3 in offense. So the defense can't go to sleep this week, even though they feel like it's the Lions. You can't go in thinking, oh yeah, this is an easy win. No, don't think that, because Detroit will pull up points on you. So that's pressure there. But let's keep it moving to the rest of the NFL. Once again, shout out to the Eagles, man. I'm not that type of hater like that. So shout out to the Eagles, big win. Number 1 in the NFC East right now. Well, in the NFC total. So shout out to the Eagles, man. I ain't got no beef like that with them. I'll talk shit to the fans, but I ain't got no beef like that with the Eagles. I respect them. So keeping it moving. Let's go around the rest of the NFL. Once again, Tony is the winner this week of the predictions. He dominated this week.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out to Tony for that, man. This was a crazy week. I didn't like this week at all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hated it. I got so many predictions. I did better than what I thought, but I still didn't like this week. It started off with the Washington Commanders, whack ass game. They took out the Bears 12-7 on Thursday Night Football. Justin Fields 14-27, 190 yards, 1 touchdown, 88 yards on the ground. Yeah. Any thoughts on that game?
That game was not great at all. And then we get another snoozer, I think, this Thursday night as well. I mean, those Thursday night games are rough.
They need to cancel them.
Not so much on this one, other than, it was a poorly offensive game. We didn't really pick up till nearly the end of the fourth quarter, where the Bears were driving down the field, made it kind of interesting.
Goals, yeah.
So, I mean, nothing too spectacular came out of this game other than Wentz is out. Looks like Heineke's coming in now at quarterback. And the Bears are Bears. They're just not good.
So, yeah, Washington moves to 2-4. Bears 2-4 as well. This one, I didn't see. This is why I need to start looking at the injury report before I make my picks. Falcons beat the 49ers 28-14. Both teams are now 3-3. Jimmy G, 29-41, 296 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mariota had 3 touchdowns. I did not see this coming, but at the same time, I didn't realize the 49ers defense was all depleted and injured. I had no idea until after the game. And I was like, okay, now it makes sense because they are the number one defense in the NFL right now when healthy. But a lot of people was missing, a lot of people were injured, and the Falcons took advantage of it 28-14. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, Falcons are a bit scary, man. I'm a little worried about them being a Bucks fan in this division. I think, like you said, the Niners were down a bunch of people, and that definitely hurt them quite a bit. I don't expect the Falcons to be there at the end of the year, but they're playing really good right now. You know, who would have thought Mariota,
right,
of all people, would be playing so well right now? Everyone probably thought they'd either have the rookie come in by now or at least having Mariota not playing well, but he's fit that offense very, very well. Their defense is playing very well as well. So who knows? If you're a Falcons fan, you're pretty happy right now because you could be, you could be 4-3 right now.
They should have been 4-2. They should have been 4-2.
Or 4-2, excuse me. Yes. No.
Considering what happened to the Brady last week, they should have been 4-2. But hey, we'll leave that alone. We'll keep it moving because we got some stuff on Brady later on too. I don't know why I didn't pick this team because for 2 weeks now, I've said that after week 4, Bill Belichick has his team figured out and he knows their strengths and weaknesses, and I still pick the Browns like an idiot. Patriots take out the Browns 38-15. Patriots are now 3-3. They are starting to move up in the ranks. Browns are 2-4. The third string quarterback, Zap, however you want to say his name, 24-34, 309 yards, 2 touchdowns. Stevenson had 19 carries, 76 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, the Patriots are starting to figure it out, man. Any thoughts on this game?
Could there be a quarterback controversy in New England?
They're trying to make it one, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
Zappy's playing pretty damn good. Who would have thought he would have came in and played so well against the Browns, and the Patriots defense is playing fantastic as usual. I mean, Belichick always has that defense playing well. Look, I obviously not going to switch quarterbacks.
Right.
But Zappy's playing very, very well to the point to where you don't have to rush anyone back anytime soon. The AFC East is, man, who would have thought they would have had 3 teams right now fighting for that number 1 spot against, or excuse me, 2 teams, 3, I guess you could put the Dolphins there, even though they're struggling a little bit. Fighting for that AFC East. Everyone probably thought the Bills were going to win it handedly. The Pats and Jets saying, hold up, it's not over yet. But yeah, again, like you said, probably should have went with the Pats. Like you said about Belichick, he's starting to hit that stride. He always starts getting them prepared and ready to go by that week 5, week 6. And they look good. They looked really good. And Browns are a disappointing team to me. I know they got Brissett, but they're still disappointing. They should be playing a lot better than they are right now.
Yeah, they should. I don't get it with this team. Like they just cursed or something. I don't get it. My upset of the week, a game that I did not hesitate on at all. If you remember last week, as soon as we said it, I said the Jets were going to win. No hesitation. Yeah. Jets over the Packers, 27-10 in Lambeau. Jets are now 4-2. Packers are now 3-3. Aaron Rodgers, 26-41, 246 yards, 1 touchdown. Bryce Hall, 116 yards, 1 touchdown. The tight end, Tunyon, had 10 catches, 90 yards, no touchdowns. The Jets just really dominated this game. Like, even though it's 27-10, the game was worse than the score. So, A.J. Dillon, 41 yards. It was just bad, man. It was bad. Aaron Rodgers was sacked 4 times. He had a 16.9 QBR. Now, what's the deal with Aaron Rodgers? Is he getting washed? We asked about Russell Wilson last week. Let's ask about Aaron Rodgers. Is he getting washed? What's going on with him?
I don't know, man. Everyone's starting. I'm watching ESPN yesterday morning, and everyone's trying to blame the coach,
under pressure.
saying that the Packers are soft and not really putting any blame onto Aaron Rodgers, which I think is a bit unfair.
Exactly.
Rodgers is not playing well, and yes, he doesn't have the amount of weapons that he used to.
He's Aaron Rodgers though, right?
But fucking losing Devontae Adams was huge. I agree with everyone saying that, but you got to move on and start utilizing these receivers that you have now. I know Cobb went out against the Jets as well, but overall they're not playing good. Their defense is not playing well.
Yep.
Offense is not playing well. It just doesn't seem like he's all there and all in on this Green Bay Packers team this year. I'm not gonna blame the coach because it's not all on the coach. It also comes down to the players. And when you struggle that bad against the Jets, no disrespect, something's up. Something's wrong in that organization. It's either Aaron Rodgers is not happy with something and we don't know about it, or the coach. And I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it because I'm not a Packers guy and haven't digged in deep on what's going on in Green Bay. But they need to do something. DJ Moore, like Rob put in the chat.
Yeah.
Panthers are doing a fire sale. They get DJ Moore, maybe that'll help out Green Bay a lot, but they're struggling on both sides of the field. It's not just Aaron Rodgers, it's both sides of the field. When you give up 27 and the special teams they didn't play well either.
2 blocks.
That Green Bay Packers team is just not looking good. It's not playing well. Lucky they're in they have the Vikings up top right now,
right.
But their division's not great, so they can beat up on the Lions, they can beat up on the Bears, and still probably make the playoffs at the end of the year, but they need to do something. A change needs to happen. I don't think it's that coach, but they need to do some sort of a trade to get some type of wide receiver in there if he's not trusting these young guys out there.
Look, I said DJ Moore should leave Carolina, but I definitely don't want to see him go to Green Bay. I'm sick of Green Bay.
I don't either.
Aaron Rodgers is this GOAT of a quarterback, and it's like, if you that good, you don't need all these top weapons. I mean, you got Lazard still there. You got Aaron Jones, who he got injured this game, but he still had 3 catches over 25 yards. They just, overall, they're not doing good. The line is not blocking. So, if you get that fixed, you get the line fixed, the run game is there. If you get the line fixed, pass blocking, Aaron Rodgers should be able to do whatever he wants because he's Aaron Rodgers. Let everybody tell it. He's Aaron Rodgers, and I'm using that as a way to go back to my Dak argument when I'm like, look, bro, it's more than just a quarterback. Like, everybody needs weapons. Jalen Hurts argument, he needed weapons. He got them. Now look what he's doing. Tua, he needed weapons. Well, Tua's been hurt, but when he was playing, he needed weapons. He got them. Look what he was doing before he got injured. So, just saying. But yeah, man, the Jets.
Do you think the Packers look soft right now?
Yes. It's like none of. It's like.
I can get Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, there you go.
Well, Deshaun Jackson might be going to Baltimore. But it looks like they're just following Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers don't want to be there like that. All right, we don't want to be here like that either. If Aaron Rodgers don't want to be here, we don't want to be here. That's what it seemed like. The Jags lose to the Colts, 34-27. Colts are now 3-2. Jags lost to Jags are now 2-4. Matt Ryan he threw the ball for 58 times, 42 completions, 389 yards, 3 touchdowns. Look at that, Matt Ryan. I keep saying he washed, but I guess the Jazz, if anybody can make you look good, it's the freaking Jags.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Michael Pittman, 13 catches, 134 yards. Anything on this game?
It was actually an entertaining game. But yeah, nothing too special. The Colts are going to beat I don't think anything comes out of the Colts beating the Jags. I'm sorry. I know the Colts were high on a lot of people's lists of making a run possibly.
Right.
But to me, beating the Jaguars is not some huge thing to talk about or even be excited for. They were struggling most of this game against the Jags, and they made a great push in that second half. So Colts to me are just inconsistent.
Yeah.
They play good one week, they play horrible the next. Let's see if they can play like this for a consecutive amount of weeks until we can start talking about them being a serious contender.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman, man, he's a beast.
Yeah, he is. He is a big physical receiver, man. It's hard to bring down after he gets the ball. Moving on, the Vikings moved to 5-1. That's a sleeper right there. Move to 5-1 as they take out Miami 24-16. Miami is now 3-3. Teddy Bridgewater did play. 23 of 34, 329 yards, 2 touchdowns, not bad. Dalvin Cook, 77 yards, 1 touchdown on 13 carries. Tyreek Hill, 12 catches, 177 yards. Any thoughts on this game?
The Vikings look good, man. They have a pretty well-rounded offense with Jefferson, Cook, and all those Thielen, all the other weapons they have on the offense.
Yeah.
Defense is playing very well too. And I just feel bad for the Dolphins, man. They can't catch a break at quarterback. It seems like every week their quarterback goes down, and they have to bring in someone else. You know, they started with the third string last week against the Vikings, and then they lose him. They had to bring back Bridgewater.
Yeah.
They just can't catch a break with these quarterbacks not getting hurt every single game. And I think they're also extra precautionary now since they got a lot of eyes on them because of the Tua situation. I know Tua's out of concussion protocol. He may even play next week, which I think is a mistake. But yeah, the Vikings, they're a scary team as well.
Yeah, Vikings are a team to look out for. Moving on, Cincinnati moved to 3-3 as they take out the Saints, rob Saints, 30-26. Saints are now 2-4. Joe Burrow, 28-37, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Alvin Kamara, 19 carries, 99 yards. Jamar Chase went off in the old Superdome where he used to score touchdowns for LSU. 7 catches, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 greedy dances. Now they in that chat asking about Wendy's. No, Rob, stay up in here, Rob, and you pay attention to your Saints taking this L. Any thoughts on that game?
Man, that game was wild. The Saints were like dominating the Bengals for a bit, and then the Bengals just caught fire in that second half. I think everyone was kind of doubting the Bengals when they had that poor start, but they're 3-3 now. Seeing the way the Ravens are playing as well, they still have a shot to win this division, and they're still a scary team on offense. I mean, they were tearing it up with Chase. Man, some of those catches and that long one he caught for a touchdown was insane.
Yeah,
that game was wild. Nothing too much to come out other than the Bengals are still a team to be reckoned with. Don't count them out.
Yeah, especially with what happened with the Ravens and the Giants, man. Giants moved to 5-1. Ravens blow yet another lead. They lose 24-20. Ravens go up early. They have the lead in the third quarter, fourth quarter starting, and it just goes downhill. I don't understand what's going on with this team this year, but I don't like it. Ravens are also 3-3. Lamar Jackson, 17-32, 210 yards, 1 touchdown. Kenyon Drake went off. Welcome to the Ravens. 119 yards, 1 touchdown on 10 carries. Mark Andrews did typical Mark Andrews thing, 7 catches, 106 yards, 1 touchdown. Lamar with 2 horrible turnovers at the end of the game. This is like upsetting to watch as a Ravens fan as well, because it's like Lamar is trying to do too much, and it's like he's thinking about the contract instead of just playing football like Lamar. Like the turnovers that he's getting at the end of games and the forced passes and all, it's just stupid. Like, he is clowning the whole game, and then the fourth quarter when the pressure is on, it's like instead of just throwing the ball away, instead of just going down and, letting the defense get back on the field or whatever, he's trying to make these remarkable plays, and it's costing him. That turnover, that interception was stupid.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we have to start putting some respect on the Giants. I think they go in and beat, and they go in, but it was a close game though.
Yeah, they rush.
They go in, they beat the Packers, and then they go into Baltimore and beat. It was in Baltimore, correct?
No, it was in New York.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, they beat Baltimore, another team that is considered I guess you could say a Super Bowl contender if you want, but definitely a playoff contender.
Right.
And they were losing most of this game, but they played hard. They were gritty down the end, and they beat the Ravens. Like, I don't think the Giants are a fluke. I don't think they'll be there at the end of the year, but they're having one hell of a start. And Daniel Jones too. He was 19 for 27. I know it was not a huge stat line, 173 yards, but 2 touchdowns. Barkley played good again. He got another touchdown.
I'm so glad Saquon is back. I love watching Saquon play, so I'm happy for that.
But if they can continue to keep playing well, I mean, who knows? And then you got the Eagles up top. That NFC East is rough right now. But the Giants are going to have to continue to keep on winning to compete with the Cowboys and the Eagles, which is not easy. And I think, I keep forgetting what the coach's name is. It Darboll? They have that coach they picked up. I love that coach, man. That coach was like what they needed. He's loved by the team. The team believes in him. He has them playing hard every week. I like the Giants, man. I think they can cause some trouble if they can. And then next week they have the Jaguars. So they could be 6-1 next weekend.
Yeah.
So you can't count them out yet. You can't count them out.
Yeah.
Show them some respect.
Look, Giants are another team that I said I didn't think they would be this good, but I did say they would be better than what they were last year during the preseason. This is still shocking to me. I expected them to have maybe like 3 wins. I expected them to be like 3-3 around this time, which is still better than what they did last year. But yeah, man, the Giants and the Eagles, like the Cowboys better pick it up, because I know we beat the Giants, but we got that loss against Tampa, and then we lost to Philly. So we got 2 easy ones and then a bye week. But Giants and Eagles got easy schedules as well. So it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough for the Cowboys to get back into it, man. The Giants, like I said, I'm happy to see Saquon back. And as long as they use Daniel Jones, like I said last week, in the way they did this past week, as kind of like the Eagles are using Jalen Hurts and how the Ravens are using Lamar Jackson, just kind of run pass option where he's using his feet more with Saquon. Hey, they could be a dangerous team right there. So shout out to the Giants, man. Again, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I respect this stuff.
Giants next 4 games: Jags, Lions, Texans, Seahawks.
Yeah. So
Jesus.
Yeah. Moving on.
All winnable games.
Yep. I think they'll lose to the Seahawks.
Okay.
I don't know about the rest of them. We'll see how Detroit play this week against Dallas before I pick that one. This next one is hilarious. Buccaneers go down 20-18 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers are 2-4. Welcome back, Mitch Trubisky. Buccaneers are 3-3. They are tied with the Falcons. Tom Brady threw the ball 40 times yet again. 25 completions, 243 yards. That's crazy. 1 touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 21 carries, 63 yards. Chase Claypool, 7 catches, 96 yards, 1 touchdown. Tom Brady was seen on the sideline fussing at the O-line.
I'll just say this. And I think I would hope all of you would agree with me. If it was Jalen Hurts, if that was Dak, Patrick Mahomes, or any of these top-tier quarterbacks yelling at their offensive line because they're not playing well, I think everyone would be like, oh, shit, that's what they need. That's my quarterback right there. That's what they need, some motivation.
No.
But it's fucking Tom Brady.
No.
Brady gets fucking slack for it.
What?
If you haven't been watching these games, our offensive line has not been playing well at all. They deserve that mouth chewing. I understand the whole thing about Brady going to a wedding on a Friday evening, got some slack from the media, not so much from the team, but from the media. I get it. People are they're gonna hate on Brady for that, but I think they needed that. There's tons of film and highlights I can tag every single one of you guys in that shows the offensive line playing like shit. You want Brady to throw accurate? You want Brady to throw on time? You want Brady to make better throws? You got to give him time to throw the damn ball. And this offensive line is playing like trash. And that's just plain and simple. Some of the throws that Brady even threw this past Sunday that were completed were tough throws because the offensive line couldn't hold on to the defensive line for long enough. I just feel like Brady's getting a lot of slack, which he deserves because he's not playing well, but the whole team is not playing well. I don't think the coaching is great. Byron Leftwich is getting a lot of slack for his play calling, which he should. And so I don't think. Why am I drawing a blank on the head coach's name? What's the head coach's name of the Bucks? Why am I drawing a blank on his name?
What is his name? I forgot it too.
I'm drawing a blank on his damn name. I'm drawing a blank on his name. No, it's not Bruce Arians. It's the
Bruce is gone.
What is his damn name? Why am I drawing a blank on it? I'm drawing like a huge blank. I can't even think of his damn name.
Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles. Yes, he's not a good coach, man. He's not a good coach. He's a better coordinator, and it's really, really showing right now. And I agree with Jeff. Brady needs to show up more for practices. He's throwing these off balls on, not completing on them. He threw some bad balls towards Godwin, and that could be because he's not practicing and he's not having really much chemistry with Godwin. The defense played like shit as well. When you give up 3 or 4 or 5, I think it was 5 third and longs throughout the whole game, that's not good. When this defense should be better than that. I don't know what's going on in Tampa. They need to fucking get it straight. Excuse my language, but they need to straighten it up. They play Carolina this weekend. They lose to Carolina, then I'll be worried. A 1-5 Carolina team and who is pretty much nailing it in. They lose to them, I will be worried. I will definitely be worried. But again, 3-3 is not a bad start. They should definitely have a better record. But seeing who they played the first 4 games,
it should be 2-4.
Get out of here with that. And then seeing how the Falcons are playing, they had a pretty tough couple of games to start off the season. And I told this to Jeff's in the chat. I've said this to everyone. I'd rather them struggle now than struggle week 14, week 15. Get whatever is on that team, get it behind him, and start playing well, and they can start this weekend with Carolina. But bad loss. It was a horrible loss. Props to the Steelers. They played very well. The defense played well for them as well. I have no excuses. Buccaneers played like crap. And props to the Steelers.
I completely disagree with the Tom Brady getting slandered because he's Tom Brady. No, sir.
Oh.
No, sir. Because if that was Dak, Lamar, or any of those quarterbacks, this is what Shannon Sharp been saying for years as well. He was like, Brady is a competitor. We did this comparison back when Dez was playing, where Brady is cussing out the Patriots, and Dez is seen fired up on the sideline, but he was actually speaking positive to Tony Romo and the offense. They said Dez was a clown and crybaby, but Tom Brady was a fearless competitor and leader. That's why people are starting to turn on Tom, because they sick of that narrative that Tom is just a fearless leader and competitor. So now people are starting to finally come at Tom for being on some BS. Tom, you took 11 days off during the offseason, doing OTAs and etc., just because you wanted to go on vacation. Which, you're Tom Brady. You can do whatever you want at this point. You got 7 rings. But don't come back rusty and then start yelling at the offensive line. Like, you're rusty too. It's not just the O-line. It's him too.
Here's my thing. Here's my question to you, though. Does it look different in a fan's aspect when a wide receiver is yelling at his quarterback than when a quarterback is yelling at his offensive line?
They think all wide receivers are divas. So
Exactly. So I can understand, why some people will say, oh, well, Dez is yelling at Dak because he's not getting the ball, or Dez is yelling at this because he's not looking his way. I can understand that. It's unfair big time, because we don't know what Dez is saying and yelling at Dak. He could be firing up Dak for all we know.
This is the thing. The NFL Network always let you when they do their NFL rundown or whatever, they play the sideline audio a lot. And there was a lot of times where Dez wasn't cussing or nothing. He was just like, hey, yeah, we better than this. Let's go out there and do this. He was just animated because that's how Dez is. And people clowned him for 2 days until the audio came out on that Wednesday. And then they be like, oh, yeah, Dez really wasn't doing this. But Tom Brady be calling you all type of names, and they still find an excuse to say, oh, he's just the leader and this and that. Man, stop. And please don't let it be Dak or Lamar or Kyler Murray or somebody like that yelling at their offensive line. Stop it. They're going to clown them in the media. They're going to drag them.
I don't think they will. I don't think they would. I feel like
I don't know what you watching.
I think it's a narrative. It's a narrative on the position that you play. I think it's just all the narrative. If you want that from your quarterback, you want them to be fired up. You want them to be upset. You want them to be mad.
If it's Tom
Brady, they're getting sacked and they're getting hit and they're getting pressured. I think you want your quarterback to go up to the offensive line and tell them to wake the hell up. You're better than this. That's basically what he was saying. He wasn't calling them names or calling them trash. He was telling them that, hey, you're better than this. Y'all are way better than this. Get your head fucking right. I don't exactly know the wordage, but I know he was telling them. He was telling them that they were better than this, and they are. I feel like it's a narrative. If it's a wide receiver yelling at his quarterback, it doesn't look right. It looks like he's yelling for different reasons. But when it's the quarterback firing up the offensive line, I think that's what you want. I feel like that should fire you up as an offensive lineman if your quarterback's getting pissed off at you, not have given him time to throw. And they deserved it. I mean, you cannot tell me out an ass chewing right there.
I mean,
they did.
They did deserve it, but again, we were fired up when Troy Aikman did it in Dallas back in the day. But it's certain quarterbacks that can't do it. They can't do it. I know for a fact they can't do it just because I've seen the media attack them just for even saying minor things to their offense. So the way ESPN and Fox Sports is set up right now, they can't do that. They can't do that. Tom Brady can, well, he could up until like recently because you got people like Shannon Sharp that's going after him because he's been going after Brady for a while. But nah, Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, they get defended all the time. But every quarterback ain't like that. Every quarterback can't get defended like that for doing that. So that's why you don't see it as much as you would like to see it. So it's definitely a history of who can do it and who can't. Peyton Manning can do it because, you know, he was Peyton Manning. So what was after this? Let's keep it moving. LA Rams moved to 3-3, take out the 1-5. Carolina Panthers. Carolina looked like they was about to win it earlier. Then the second half, the defense and the offense just woke up for LA. 253 yards, 1 touchdown for Matthew Stafford. Christian McCaffrey had 13 carries, 69 yards, and he also had 89 receiving yards. So Christian McCaffrey was looking like Christian McCaffrey. Robbie Anderson, however you want to say it, he got kicked off the sideline by his own coach for getting in his face. It's a good thing that he got traded. He got traded the next day to Arizona, but his time been done. Like, he didn't even want Baker Mayfield there from the jump. He wasn't happy there. Like I said last week, DJ Moore needs to be freed as well because he's held hostage right now. And yeah, Robbie Anderson is going to Arizona, but the Panthers are 1-5. Any thoughts on that game?
Props to the Panthers on getting that trade done because they didn't have to release him. They actually get something in return for him, even if it's a late round pick.
Right.
At least they get something for him. And the Panthers right now are a dumpster fire, man. You know, they got, you know, they're doing a fire sale where they're looking like they're trying to rebuild. They fired their head coach.
They shouldn't be that bad.
They have players that don't want to be there. It's not looking good in Carolina right now. So I still don't believe in the Rams either. I feel like they're still an overrated team. I still feel like they're still riding off that Super Bowl high, and everyone believes that they'll be there at the end of the year. I don't think they're a Super Bowl team. Props on them for beating a team that sucks. And Carolina, it's crazy how far they have fallen in the last couple of years. Ever since they got Matt Rule, it seemed like they just kept going down and down more. And they're finally exploding that team and doing a big old fire sale. Crazy to think that McCaffrey could possibly not be a Carolina Panther at the end of the year.
opinion. They just re-signed him recently. Yeah, man, they got too much talent to be losing like that. I just don't understand what's going on in Carolina. But hey, they want to get rid of all that talent. Do what you got to do. It's stupid because it's young talent. These guys you just drafted recently, so it's not like you really have to trade everybody and rebuild. But I don't know. It's stupid. It's stupid. I got something.
Yeah, they're getting ready. Brian Burns. They're gonna get rid of DJ Moore. They're getting rid of possibly McCaffrey. The team's gonna look totally different next year. They're gonna be bad too. And then what the question is more than likely they're gonna have a top 3 pick.
Right.
And they're gonna probably go after another quarterback. So it's crazy.
As they should. Jay Cross say I want Burns. For what? You don't need him. You don't need anybody else in the secondary, man. Stop being selfish now. You're doing too much. Rob, no, he's not playing this week. I highly doubt he'll play. I don't even think he even made it to Arizona yet. He still got to do physicals and all that. Arizona lose to Seattle. Seattle's 3-3. Arizona is 2-4. Seattle wins 19-9. Kyler Murray 23 of 37, 222 yards, 1 interception. He also had 100 yards rushing on 10 carries. Zach Ertz 7 catches, 70 yards. Kenneth Walker with a nice touchdown that pretty much sealed it for the Seahawks. Any thoughts on that game?
No, not really. I'm surprised at the Seahawks because they're playing better than I thought they would. I didn't think they'd be 500 ball club this deep in the year. So props to them for playing very well. That should kind of give props to Pete Carroll for having that team play very well this year. But nothing really. Kyler Murray had a good game. Still wasn't a really great game to watch. Very low scoring for the most part. Again, Cardinals are underachieving, and the Seahawks are overachieving. So, I didn't really get anything out of that. I mean, they're 3-3, dominated the Cardinals pretty much that game. Who would have thought the Cardinals would be 2-4 and the Seahawks would be 3-3? It's crazy.
Definitely not me. The DN Burns, my bad. I'm thinking about the old DB that played for the Giants like 2 years ago. I don't know where he is. Where is that Burns at? Oh yeah, Hopkins will be back. So Hopkins is his
you get Hopkins back.
But Marquise Brown is now hurt. So you gain one and you lose one. So and then once you get Robbie Anderson, you'll see how it go. We'll see how it works. But Kingsbury, he should be on the chopping block, honestly.
Absolutely.
Moving on, one of the main event games, Buffalo Bills take out the Chiefs 24-20. Tony Romo predicted the score in the first quarter. He predicted the score to the T. He said it was going to be 24-20 type of game, and it was 24-20. Bills are 5-1, Chiefs are 4-2. Pat Mahomes, 25 of 40, 338 yards, 2 touchdowns. Singletary had 85 rushing yards. Diggs is just, he can't be covered by anybody. 10 catches, 148 yards, 1 touchdown. Josh Allen on his feet and passing the ball. He went 27 of 40, 329 yards, 3 touchdowns, 32 yards on the ground as well. Any thoughts on this game?
The Bills are the best team in the AFC, hands down. There's no doubt about it. I don't care if it was 24-20 and the score was close. I don't care if Mahomes had a chance to go down and score. The Bills are the best team in the AFC, hands down. They got the best offense in the game. I even think Josh Allen is better than Mahomes in some aspects at quarterback. I don't know, man. If I was a team right now, I think I'd rather have Josh Allen than Mahomes. But that's just me. But Bills are a better team.
No.
The Bills, I think, will be there at the end of the year in the Super Bowl. It was a hell of a win. They came prepared. Defense played well. I mean, they held the Chiefs to 20 points. It's pretty damn impressive. They played very well. And, again, I feel like the Bills are not going to lose any more than 3 games this year. They're going to be a tough team to beat throughout the year and even in the playoffs.
So you telling me if Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen both have Stephon Diggs, that Josh Allen will be better?
Yeah, I think so. Mahomes also has one of the best tight ends in the league, maybe ever, in Travis Kelce.
And he's balling with Travis Kelce.
Exactly.
But he's a tight
end. Imagine Josh Allen with Travis Kelce.
He got Diggs. You don't need Travis Kelce.
I'm just saying, I think the Bills are just a better team. They have a better wide receiving tandem than the Chiefs. I'll give you that. But the Bills are just a better team. The defense is better than the Chiefs. Like Jeff said, the Chiefs' defense is going to be the downfall.
Yeah.
And it is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
But they did good as well, though. They held the Bills at 24. So that's not easy to do.
No, true. I'll give them that. But let's see how long they can contain that. You know, the Chiefs play the Niners next week. You think they hold the Niners to 20 points?
Yeah. It's Jimmy G.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Hey, I'm not worried about Jimmy G. And then the game last night, it started
he does have knocks. He's good, yeah.
It started off great for Russell Wilson. He went 10 for 10, over 106 yards. I think it was 106 yards. One touchdown, and then downhill. Back to normal Russell Wilson for the year. As the Chargers win in overtime, 19-16. Chargers are now 4-2. Thank God the Chargers won. I was about to be highly upset if they let me down this game. Broncos are 2-4 with Russell Wilson. Herbert threw the ball 57. Got the hiccups, my bad. 57 times, 238 yards, one interception, no touchdown. Russell Wilson, 15-28, 188, one touchdown. Latavius Murray, 15 carries, 66 yards. Russell Wilson had 23 yards on the ground. Melvin Gordon is benched. Somebody could be trading for Melvin Gordon pretty soon. I don't know who really needs a running back, but Melvin Gordon might be traded pretty soon, just like Cam Akers, who also got benched. In LA for the Rams, might be getting traded. I know they're trying to trade him. He's actually on a trading block. And then you got J.C. Jackson getting benched last night. That's your $82 million cornerback getting benched in the first half. Why does ESPN keep playing these freaking ads on my... Stop playing ads, ESPN. You can't hear it, Tony, but they're coming through on my end and through the stream. Like, they're getting on my nerves. Austin Eckler, 36 yards on 14 carries. He had 47 yards receiving as well. Mike Williams only had 2 catches, 17 yards. Man, the defense in Denver is just loaded. They are so good. I feel bad for them because the defense is top 3 easy. The defense has been balling all season, and they're getting nothing for it. They're getting absolutely nothing for it. They thought they got what they needed, which was a quarterback, and it's failing them big time right now. Pat Surtain is shutting down all the number 1 receivers he is going up against. Run D is there. Like, I feel bad for the defense of Denver, man. Your thoughts on the game?
I was doing the Raw watch along, so I didn't get to see much of this game. I think I watched like the last minute and then the overtime. All I see on Twitter is the Russell Wilson missing people wide open.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on. I don't know if he's just second guessing himself, not trusting his receivers, or what. But he's missing too many guys that are wide open. I don't understand it. And Melvin Gordon is upset because he's not getting enough carries and he's getting benched, and the defense is having to pick up the slack for the offense of not playing very well. If you're the receivers, Jared, Sutton and Judy, you're probably not happy either. It's just Denver came in with very high expectations. I think if they didn't have so much high expectations by everyone, nobody would be giving them so much slack. But once they got Wilson, everyone said Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. And they're just not playing well at all. The defense is the only bright spot, I guess you could say. The coaching has been awful. The quarterback play has been awful. There's no really positives other than the defense playing well. And I don't know what else you can do right now as a Denver Broncos organization. You can't bench Russell Wilson. You can't trade him. So you just gonna have to ride it out and hope that Wilson starts playing better. That's all really you can do at this point. They're struggling pretty bad. Next week, next week They play the Jets, a team that's playing very, very well right now.
Another L.
They dropped to 2-5. You know, you might see some changes happening. If it's the coaching or, well, I don't know. They got to do something to light a fire up that ass in Denver, and maybe it's the coaching. Maybe Russell Wilson's not liking the coach there. I don't know. Something's up.
I'm trying to,
and it's not looking good.
Trying to pull up the trade, everything they gave up for Russell Wilson. Let's see. They gave up Drew Lock, Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, who's a very important defensive lineman, and he's doing work in Seattle. 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th-round pick, and a 4th-round pick.
They gave up a lot.
And then they just re-signed him to a 5-year contract extension. So they're stuck with him. They're stuck with him. I don't know what's going on with this guy, man. Jay Cross, you got a point there, because a lot of the former teammates are coming at Russell Wilson as well, which is crazy. It's kind of hilarious. I've been hyping up Russ when he was like his last few years in Seattle, saying he wasn't getting the credit that he deserves. I thought he wasn't. He really wasn't when he was good. He wasn't getting the credit he deserved. But now he has his chance to actually start fresh and get his credit, and now he's folding. So just like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Russell Wilson, out of those 3 quarterbacks, which one is the most washed right now?
Washed is kind of a sticky comment to make. I think if you want to say like the most disappointing is Wilson by far, because he's looking bad in the game. It's not that he's just getting outperformed every week, or like the defense isn't stepping up for him. What you could say for Rodgers and Brady, that there's some aspects to their team that are not playing better and playing well in other ways. But a lot of it is on Wilson. Like 90% of it is on Wilson right now. He's missing guys that are wide open. He's second guessing himself on throws. He's just not playing like the Russell Wilson that we saw in Seattle. And if it's coaching, I don't know, but it's definitely Wilson. I think Wilson's been the most disappointing quarterback this year by far. If you want to say washed up, I guess I would have to say Wilson.
Yeah, because this is a mental thing too, man. That's part of being washed up. When you just not seeing wide open guys, that's part of being washed up, man. You're not thinking the same. Like it's mental and physical. In order, as far as the most washed, I will have to put. For now, I'll have to put Wilson is the most, Brady is second, and Aaron Rodgers third. Like it's just. Because it's just stuff that they're doing. It's just not looking right, man. Brady is 45, so age catch up with everybody eventually, man, no matter how good you are. So this just might be the year. It just might be the year it catches up with Brady. But real quick, let's move on to our Week 7 predictions. Once again, thank you to everybody that's watching. In order to win a gift card or merch from Dope Content, you have to leave your predictions on YouTube, on the video, and like the video. That's the only way I can have you locked in, because I'm not coming back to Twitch, even though you left them here, to have to watch the video, because the way Twitch operates is the comments go as you watch the video. It's not on YouTube where it's just there. You know what I'm saying? So if you want a chance to win an Amazon gift card or merch, free merch, YouTube. It's not hard. It's not hard. Like Rob said, simple instructions. But let's get into it. Saints at the Cardinals. Both teams 2-4. Arizona is favored by 1.5.
It's in Arizona, correct?
Yeah, it's in Arizona.
Damn. I'm gonna go Cardinals.
Rob's gonna go for the Saints no matter what. Cardinals are winning that game. That is a Thursday night game, by the way. I'll probably be skipping that one and just watching just for the. I watch highlights and main plays for the podcast next week.
There you go.
Atlanta at Cincinnati. Both teams 3-3. Cincinnati's at home. They're favored by 6 points.
I go Cincinnati. I think they're starting to hit their stride right now. They're playing really well. And Falcons, too. It's not going to be an easy game for the Bengals, but I think Cincinnati wins.
Yeah, I got Cincinnati as well. I don't remember if I told you Cardinals on the first game, but I got the Cardinals first game. So, Lions at Dallas. Lions 1-4. They still got the top 3 offense in the league. Cowboys 4-2. Dak Prescott should be making his return. It's not guaranteed, but he should be back. Dallas is favored by 7 at home. It's a noon game. Who you got?
Is Swift playing? Do we know anything about Swift? Is he playing?
Let me look. Hold on. Because that is key. Because if he can run down the middle, it's gonna be. So right now they have Williams starting. And Swift is questionable, and DJ Chark is questionable.
Oof. You know what? I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna go Lions.
Oh hell no! Can't believe you. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. Got the Cowboys. Rob is going with the Lions too. Rob, see, this is why you ain't winning no more. Because you just picking with your heart and it's not being smart at all. Got the Cowboys, man. Stop playing now. Cowboys, they are highly upset as well. Did y'all see how they reacted walking off the field in Philly and in the locker room? Like, bro, they are highly upset right now. So yeah, they coming out with a vengeance Sunday. Colts at the Titans. Colts 3-2, Titans 3-2 in Tennessee. Tennessee is favored by 3 points.
Tennessee off of a bye. We'll go Colts.
I still don't believe in Matt Ryan. I'm sorry. I'm taking Tennessee. Tennessee at home.
I don't blame you. On that one.
Green Bay at Washington. Green Bay is favored by 5.5 points. Green Bay got to win this. They got to win this.
Yeah, I mean, the Commanders are going to have Heineke playing. I don't see the Packers losing to a Heineke run team. I just don't see it happening. I'm going to go Green Bay. I'm going to even say Green Bay by 2 touchdowns.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Green Bay got to win there. I'm going with Green Bay. Buccaneers at Carolina. Tampa Bay is favored by 11.
Jeez, man. I'm going with Tampa, of course. They're playing a team that's struggling. That's rebuilding. If they lose to this team, oh, man, they need to fire Bulls if that happens. So I'm going to go Bucks.
I got Tampa, too. The Giants at the Jaguars. Jacksonville is actually favored by 3.
Giants. Disrespecting the Giants like that, having the Jags favored by 3.
I think I'm going to buy in the hype, too. I'm going to start buying in the hype with the Giants. I think I'm going to go Giants. Watch Jags win just because I brought into the hype. Watch.
Yeah.
Just watch. This is going to be the week where I buy into the Giants and then the freaking Jags win. Watch. But I'm not going to change it. I'm going to keep buying into the hype. Go do your thing, Giants. Now, this is an interesting game because they both need a win. Browns at the Ravens.
Browns at the Ravens. I gotta go Ravens. I just feel like they're gonna bounce back from that loss against the Giants and beat the Browns.
Baltimore is favored by 6.5. I'm going with the Ravens as well. Jets at Broncos. I got Jets easy. Another no hesitation with the Jets.
You know what? I went against them this past week. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go against them again. I'm gonna go Denver.
Well, this is going to be the game that costs Tony another shirt or a gift card because he's going to lose. Yeah, Jets easy, man. Like, come on, man. Russell, that defense, on Sauce Gardner, he's not giving up anything right now. Okay, Russell Wilson he's about to be a rough day for him. Quentin Williams coming after him, it's going to be bad. I can tell you that now. Texans at the Raiders, both teams. Texans are 1-3-1. The Raiders are 1-4 in Vegas.
You would feel like this is an easy game to pick, but I feel like the Texans are still going to give them a hard time. But I'm going Raiders.
Raiders are favored by 7. I don't know why I feel like Texas is going to upset these guys. I guess I'll pick the Texans just because you picked the Raiders. That'll make it interesting, I guess. That's the only way this game is going to be interesting if we pick two different teams. So I'll do it just for that. And if that's the game I lose, oh well, it don't matter. Seahawks at the Chargers. 3-3 versus 4-2. LA is favored by 6.5. You said Chargers.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
It's a little doubt for me, but I'm gonna take the Chargers as well. It's a little doubt. Chargers are not consistent, man. They not consistent at all. Chiefs at the 49ers. 49ers are 3-3. Chiefs are 4-2. Chiefs is favored by 3.5. I'm sorry, by 3 points.
It's a trap game for the Chiefs. Honestly, I feel like it's a trap game.
Depends on if the defense is healthy, though. That's what I'm worried about. Let me go look at this.
Yeah. Man.
Because if they're healthy, then it's going to be a problem. Let's see.
I really want to say the Niners beat them.
So right now it's looking like
rematch of the Super Bowl a couple of years ago.
It's looking like no Eric Armstead, no Nick Bosa, no Trent Williams, no
Chiefs,
Jimmy Ward.
Chiefs.
Yeah. I'm going to Chiefs as well. I was picking the Chiefs anyway. We talked about that earlier. We was talking about the Chiefs defense. So I'm picking the Chiefs anyway. I don't trust Jimmy Garoppolo. Pittsburgh at Miami. This game is more interesting now than what it should be. Pittsburgh and Miami. Miami favored by 7.
I'm going Steelers, man. I think the Steelers win. I feel like the Dolphins are struggling a little bit, and especially with the quarterbacks, the carousel they got going on. We have no idea who's going to start. Is it going to be Bridgewater? Is it going to be Tua? I'm going to go now.
Tua's not playing. I know that.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
Oh, actually, wait a minute.
Yeah, Tua might play.
Yeah, he's questionable. Witherspoon is hurt. Levy Wallace is hurt. And they going up against Tyreek. Nah, I'm going Miami. They need they starting DBs to go up against Miami. So I got Miami winning that. They get back into winning on the winning track. Chicago at New England. New England is favored by 7.5. That's the Monday. Oh, I won't be watching that game either. That's the Monday night game. I'll be watching WWE for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. New England.
Yeah.
New England.
I was dumb enough to say the truth about New England and still go against them last week. That was just stupid on my end, man. Just dumb. I'm not doing that again, especially against Chicago. New England at home, 3-3, taking on 2-4 Bears. Favored by 7.5. And then the bye week teams are the Bills, Rams, Vikings, and Eagles this week. And once again, thank you for everybody that's watching on YouTube and Twitch. Make sure you go. Rob said the Bears. Boy, if you don't get out of here.
Wow. Shit.
Rob ain't trying to win no more gift cards. That's all that is. Rob ain't trying to win no more gift cards. But shout out to everybody that's watching. Make sure you leave your comments on the YouTube page. That's the only way you get locked in for opportunity to win the gift card. And real quick, let's get into some NCAA top 25, ladies and gentlemen. As you see on the screen, we have the top 5 in the poll right now. Is Georgia, Ohio State, Tennessee, Michigan, and Clemson right now is the top 5. Let me see if I have the top 25 scores. Let's get right into it. The top 25 scores. Number 1, Georgia take out Vanderbilt 55-0. Tennessee with a huge victory over Alabama, and thanks to Alabama's stupid kicker. Get on my nerves. His kick. 52-49. Bryce Young, 455 yards, 2 touchdowns. Gibbs had 24 carries, 103 yards. Tennessee wide receiver. He's not even the number 1 wide receiver. Hyatt went off for 6 catches, 207 yards, 5 touchdowns on 6 catches. Crazy. But Tennessee with a huge victory. Clemson take out my Florida State. It was a horrible week of football for me, man. all my teams lost in NFL and college. Clemson take out Florida State 34-28. Florida State tried to fight, but it was just too much. It was just too much from Clemson. Clemson 7-0. Florida State, after winning 4 straight start the season, are now 4-3 after losing 3 straight. Michigan 7-0 now after taking out number 10 Penn State 41-17. Did not see that coming. Michigan is looking very dominant right now. Push play. You ain't said nothing all year or all day. Do not come in here with your trash ass Miami Hurricane energy talking about my team where y'all losing to nobodies and still got a worse record than us. Get up out of here, Push Play. Make sure y'all follow Push Play though on Twitch, by the way, man. It's my guy. Don't nobody want to hear that shit though, but that's my guy, man. That's my guy. Yeah, Michigan is looking very dominant right now, man. You're gonna have to watch it out. I didn't think they was gonna beat Penn State 41-17. Penn State is now 5-1. Another big game. Utah upsets USC 43-42. Man, that was a crazy game. Utah put them away at the end with the last touchdown. TCU looked like they was about to blow a game to Oklahoma State. Both teams were undefeated at the time. And then TCU came in and scored 14 unanswered in the fourth quarter, forced overtime, and they won in overtime 43-40. Ole Miss took out Auburn 48-34. Ole Miss is 7-0. Syracuse is 6-0. Take out NC State. NC State is now 5-2. Syracuse won 24-9. Kentucky, they win over Mississippi State 27-17. Kentucky was the number 22 team. Mississippi State was number 16 at the time. Both teams are now 5-2. A big upset because Oklahoma has been trash all year. But Oklahoma takes out Kansas, number 19 Kansas, 52-42. Oklahoma is now 4-3. Kansas is now 5-2. Texas, number 22 team, take out Iowa. They barely escaped Iowa, 24-21. Illinois, number 24 team, they beat Iowa State 24-21. Illinois beat Minnesota. I got the games mixed up. 26-14. And then Georgia Southern upset James Madison, the same team that upset the Miami Hurricanes, by the way. Push play. Damn, y'all let James Madison get ranked just because they beat the Hurricanes. Thanks, Miami. But they lose. They're unranked again now. Georgia Southern takes out James Madison. And that is your top 25 in the NCAA.
The hell is the last time James Madison has been in a top 25? I don't think I've ever heard them in the top 25 ever.
Oh, my bad. My bad, Push. It was Middle Tennessee. My bad. Even worse.
Even
worse. My bad. So the top 5 teams right now: Georgia, Ohio State, Tennessee, Michigan, and Clemson. This year, I believe it's still only 4 teams that can make the playoffs. I don't think they updated the bracket yet. I think that's like next year or 2 more years. I can't remember exactly when that's going to start. Who are your 4 teams that you think are going to make it?
As of now, I think it's going to be Georgia, the winner between Ohio State and Michigan, and then Tennessee and Alabama will probably be the top 4 teams. I think they need to show some more respect to Tennessee. Honestly, I think Tennessee should be number 1, honestly, in my opinion. I think they've played the tougher teams. They played better. Ohio State, this is no disrespect to Ohio State fans here. They have played nobody.
Rob.
They have played nobody. They have played cupcakes. Maybe one team that you say that is a really good team that Ohio State has played so far. No one. Tennessee should be above Ohio State for sure. But I think at the end of the year, I think Tennessee's going to be there. I feel like they are a very underrated team, and to be honest, they're not getting as much respect as they should.
Rob is not.
That's just me.
Rob is not feeling it. He is an Ohio State fan, so he is mad. Rob, don't start, because Alabama's schedule is way harder than Ohio State. Anybody in the SEC schedule is way harder than Ohio State. So miss me with all that BS. Ohio State is not beating Michigan, by the way. So Ohio State, you can get out the top 5. Now this is where it gets tricky because Georgia and Tennessee have to play each other. Georgia and Tennessee have to play each other in 2 weeks, and then Tennessee the winner of that is most likely going to go to the SEC championship and play Alabama. We all know how this play out. Me and Push talked about this last year. Alabama get their one loss in the season, and then they go to the SEC championship and win the SEC championship, either against Georgia, Tennessee. I don't know who it's going to be. I'm still thinking Georgia. That's tough, man. When Georgia and Tennessee play, that's going to be tough.
I think we all know who regardless, whoever plays Alabama in the SEC championship is going to be undefeated.
And they're going to they're going to lose. They're going to lose to Alabama.
Yeah, if they lose to Alabama, they're still going to be in the top 4.
Yeah. So
regardless, they're going to be there at the end of the year.
Yeah, but it's not going to be 3 teams, SEC teams. It's going to be okay. I guess I'll make a prediction now and then. Let's just say Tennessee upsets Georgia in 2 weeks, and then Tennessee has a rematch with Alabama.
Whoever wins between Tennessee and Georgia will be there at the end of the year.
Yeah. So Tennessee, I say Tennessee will go ahead and win that. They'll play Alabama. Alabama will get their revenge in the SEC championship. Both teams will have one loss. Those are the top 2 teams. And then it's going to be Michigan and Clemson.
Michigan and Clemson, or Ohio State and Clemson, one of those, yeah.
And Ohio State going to lose to Michigan. I can tell you that now.
All right, we'll see.
I would say TCU might sneak up in there, but it's tough to get TCU up in there. So if they stay undefeated, they got a case. But I don't know. Clemson, Syracuse is undefeated as well. You're going to have to watch out for Syracuse in the ACC, but I think Clemson will handle them in the ACC championship or whenever they meet. But yeah, it'll be Georgia. I'm sorry, it'll be Tennessee, Bama, Michigan, Clemson. In my opinion, those be the top 4.
To any team to be in the top 4, have any chance, like Pushhead, they have to run the table and they have to win those games convincingly.
Yeah.
And so there's no way a TCU or a Clemson is gonna pass up a team like Alabama. They are right now. But at the end of the year, it's not going to be that. The Alabama will be in that top 4 at the end of the year.
Yeah,
especially if they continue on winning, they're going to be there at the end of the year.
Which they will, and the people are going to be mad, and I'm going to be laughing and loving it like I always do every year when Alabama make it to the finals. Now, before we leave, we got NBA kicking off tonight. Hold on, I don't even have my NBA stuff pulled up. I think it's only 2 games tonight.
Hey, I got one gripe though, man. And all those highlights you show at the beginning of the show, do you guys see a trend here that are all Dallas teams? Where's the love for the Bucks? Where's the love for the Spurs? You can show some, some Tim Duncan highlights in there, or some, Brady throwing a touchdown pass.
Duncan. Brady's on he's on the YouTube banner of the video. You see him fussing at his.
You need to show some highlights of them.
You see him fussing at his lineman on the YouTube banner right now. That's what he's doing. So hey man, hey I'm a homer. What you want me to say?
No, I had to do it.
He said the only highlights Dallas would get on here. See, I don't even play highlights because I don't want YouTube banning me.
Facts.
I don't want YouTube banning me. Otherwise, I would have highlights of every game like I used to do back in the day. But YouTube be on me, man. I'm trying to keep my partnership. So, hey, we just here talking now. We just got pictures up and, ESPN looking type feel. But we got 2 games tonight, NBA season kicking off. 76ers at the Celtics, then the Lakers at the Warriors. What are your predictions on these 2 games?
Warriors by 20.
Yep.
The Warriors blow out the Lakers tonight.
Yep.
Sixers and Celtics will be a hell of a game. I think that's going to be a fun game to watch. I want to say Sixers, but I'm going to... I want to say Celtics because it's at home, honestly. But I'm going to go Sixers. I'll go Sixers. Sixers and Warriors tonight.
It's tough with the Celtics because their coaching situation. They don't have their coach.
That's another factor I'm putting into it. They don't have their coach.
Like, normally you would think that they would come and win at home opening night, but they're favored by 3 points. I don't know, man. I think Philly upset them too. I got Philly and the Warriors tonight. And also, guys, if y'all want to add that to the prediction as well on YouTube, make sure you go over there and add that prediction. We're gonna do tonight's game and tomorrow's game. Tomorrow, actually, never mind, because tomorrow is a full list. Yeah, we're just gonna do opening night. That's too much to try to keep up with, because everybody playing tomorrow. So never mind on that.
Yeah, full slate of games tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. I forgot. Opening night is just 2 nights, and then everything else is full capacity. You said Philly is gonna win, right? Did we agree on that?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. And then the last topic is, once again, Draymond Green is on the screen punching Jordan Poole. But the question is asking, is this it for Draymond Green? And the reason that is asking that is because Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins both get a contract extension with the Warriors. And Draymond has yet to be signed. Barry Monkey, what's good? He's talking about baseball. You know what? I don't even think we have time to bring up baseball today. But
go Cleveland, baby. Fuck the Yankees. Go Cleveland.
Well, there you go. He said, "F the Yankees, go Cleveland."
Yeah. There you go.
You know what? We'll pull up some baseball right after this. But is this it for Draymond Green and the Warriors? Do you think Draymond is going after this year?
Yes, I do. They're not going to be able to afford him unless he takes like a veterans minimum. Why can't I say that word? Minimum. There you go. He's not going to stay. He's not going to stay. If he wants to take a pay cut and stay with the Warriors to possibly win more titles, then yeah, maybe they'll keep him around. But I feel like this was a shot at Draymond saying, "Hey, this is probably your last year here. Enjoy it. Let's try to win one more title."
Man, that's crazy. They are asking him every day about Jordan Poole, and it's just like he's saying the same thing over and over. What up, Alice? He's saying the same thing over and over, like, hey man, my feelings hasn't changed, but it's still, it's up to him to, accept my apology and want to be friends. Their lockers are right next to each other, which is very interesting. It's very interesting to see how they work out.
I'm sure they'll get along this year, just to kind of go through the flow and not try to cause any toxicity with the team. And I know Kerr didn't suspend Draymond, but what I've been reading, it's because they didn't want Draymond to miss the ring ceremony. So I don't know, man. I feel like they'll be fine this year. I doubt we see any altercations happen this year unless, Jordan Poole says something about his mama or something. I don't know, but I don't feel like there are going to be any more altercations after this.
Yeah. I
feel like they'll be fine. I feel like the Warriors will be there at the end of the year like they've been the last couple of years, and then Draymond moves on. Maybe to LA. I don't know.
Yeah, Push said LA. I don't think the Warriors will make the West. I don't think they're making the finals again, but they will be a team to deal with in the West. Unless I just don't feel like Jordan Poole and Draymond are gonna click like they should. Let me say that.
It'll be interesting to see it tonight if they're on the court together.
Yeah,
and how they do.
Like Rob said, Pat Bev, people like Pat Bev, he finna bring that shit up all night. Like, it's finna be, but I still think the Lakers are gonna get blown out tonight at least. But Jordan Poole signed a 4-year deal, $140 million. Wiggins signed a 4-year deal, $109 million. The Warriors' payroll for starting next season right now, before they even re-sign Draymond, it will be $483 million in a luxury tax. So, I don't think Draymond is getting re-signed here. Clippers to the chip. Stop. It's the Clippers. Every time they get a chance to do something, they find a way to lose. Man. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Oh yeah, I forgot. Kawhi left this. I forgot. Tony's a Spurs fan. Kawhi left them after getting that MVP or that championship.
Did us dirty, man. Did us dirty, bro.
Yeah.
Did us dirty.
So yeah, that's crazy, man. So we'll see what happens. He said we got a serious. Y'all always got a serious team.
Clippers are going to be a team to reckon, but it also relies on how much Kawhi plays.
They always got a serious team.
Yeah, but they haven't had Kawhi though. Kawhi didn't play at all last year.
Who says he's going to do that this year?
Well, I mean, I'm sure. You know, he's not going to play all 82 games. I'm sure. But if they have Kawhi in the playoffs, they'll be a team to reckon with. And they got John Wall too.
Yeah. It's like saying the Broncos got Russell Wilson. We got John Wall. Okay. Good job for y'all. Congrats. John Wall, like, he's not even starting. He couldn't even get the starting position. Like, get out of here, man. Stop. But we're gonna see. I'm telling y'all, if Dallas stay healthy, you better look out for them. They'll be back in the Western Conference Finals.
Of course, the Mavs. Of course. They're definitely gonna win the division, and they'll definitely be a top 4 seed. But they're not making. They're not making the NBA Finals.
Okay,
it's not happening.
Okay.
Not happening.
I can tell you that they got a hard. We're gonna find out early about the Mavericks because they got a hard first 10 games. D. Webb said Luka for MVP. Of course, Push is a hater, yawn, but you ain't yawning when Luka putting up 40 a game on y'all. But let's just go through the first 4 games for Dallas: Phoenix, Memphis, New Orleans, Brooklyn.
0-4.
Oh,
yeah.
It's time to end the show, man. Get up. Oh man.
They'll win. I think they'll beat Phoenix. Because Phoenix is going through some shit right now themselves.
We'll
probably beat New Orleans.
Memphis.
Oh,
we'll be 3-1.
All right.
We'll be 3-1 after this.
We'll see. All right. We'll see.
Push
some
say
tough
1-3.
games, though.
Man, you know what? Push. Let's look at y'all since we here. Let's look at y'all. I don't want to just talk about my team. So we only talk about Dallas and get the Dallas highlights and all that. I forgot this ain't just me no more on the podcast. Hold on, let's get into it. And since Push is here, that's the Lakers. Hold on, let me go to the Clippers. Y'all say I'm biased and stuff. Let's be realistic. First of all, the Clippers. You say the Dallas sports. I mean, it is based out of Dallas. What you think I'm gonna talk about? That's who I know the best. They will beat Brooklyn. That's it. Push. All right, Push. 3-1. Let me tell you that now. We'll lose 1. So the Clippers got the Lakers first. This is whack. Lakers, Sacramento, Phoenix, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma.
Yeah, 4 or 5-1. Yeah.
That's a bull. Y'all got the little cupcake schedule to start off, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Now let's go to the Spurs since we got Tony here.
I think we open up against Utah. It should be I don't know. The Spurs are. The Spurs. I saw online. The Spurs have.
Charlotte.
We play Charlotte.
Charlotte.
The Spurs have a chance to play if they did. None of them are starters, but they have a shot to start the youngest lineup ever in NBA history.
They tanking. That's what they doing.
I'm all for it. I'm okay. 5 wins. That's all. Give us 5 wins. I'm okay with that. I don't give a shit. They could win 10 games. I'm okay. Tank, baby. Let's tank. Tank it up.
Man. Silver gonna come right after y'all too.
Tank it up.
They go tank and still don't get the lottery ball.
Probably.
First 5 games: Charlotte, Indiana, Philly, Minnesota. Oh, that's all L's right there.
0-5, baby. Hell yeah.
It's all L's right there.
Let's go.
And why y'all play Minnesota so much early? Because after the 2 straight against Minnesota, you play Chicago and Minnesota again.
Hey, there you go. Get them out of the way.
Yeah.
0-6. Hell yeah.
And then Toronto and the Clippers.
0-8.
And then Denver twice.
0-10. Let's do it.
Dang, look. Y'all for real, because you got Memphis, Milwaukee, Golden State, Portland.
Yeah, right. 0-15, baby. Let's go.
It is starting off great for y'all. For Team Tank, if that's what you own.
Spurs are going to be bad. Don't get me wrong, but watch out for Keldon Johnson and Devon Vassell, excuse me. They're going to have great years this year. Johnson, I think, has a chance to make an all-star team. So, just watch out for them too. Spurs are going to be horrible. Don't get me wrong. And they're not going to be fun to watch just for, Spurs fans. But they got a nice young roster there. And just watch out. They have some people there that are going to make some noise. You may not hear a lot of them from the media, of course, but they have some players that can make some noise, especially Keldon Johnson, who just got an extension. We got, and Josh Primo. Watch out for him, too. You know about these guys. Don't act like you don't know who they are as a Mavs fan. You've seen them. I ain't
said nothing. I'm just listening to you talk, man.
You've seen them. So they're not going to do good. We won't be talking about the Spurs very often, probably, throughout the year. More than likely.
We won't be talking about the Spurs until this podcast blow up and we both millionaires. That's when we're going to start talking about the Spurs. We would have had over 1 million followers by then. We would have spread it out to different companies. That's what we going to do by the time we talk to the Spurs. So appreciate y'all joining once again. You got anything you want to shout out for the week?
No, I'm good. We'll be live tonight for Dynamite if you guys want to hang out. Well, I will. Dave's going to be live on his channel
for NXT.
Oh, and you will be talking about the Sixers, though. More than likely, absolutely, yeah. Hopefully they'll underachieve, Mr. Jeffrey Cross.
Man, I'm out on the Sixers. Every time I hype them up the start of the year, especially now since they got Doc Rivers, the most overrated coach in history.
Damn.
Yes, I've got podcasts on him. I can back it up. Everything I say. So, that guy's overrated, man. James Harden, I don't like James Harden. I love Embiid though. I want Embiid to win. I'm just not a James Harden fan like that anymore. And I like Doc Rivers, but I don't like Doc Rivers. So, he's overrated to me. So, that's where I'm at with the 76ers. My dislike for Harden and the overratedness of Doc Rivers makes me not cheer for the Sixers like that. So I'm not putting them in nothing this year. But yeah, we got an NXT versus AEW battle again tonight. It explains why NXT is doing a whole bunch of main roster people going down to NXT tonight. They trying to make it a one-night war again, I see. So we'll see how they go.
Yeah, I mean, AEW is going to destroy them, but WWE's trying their best. They're trying their best to try to compete with AEW tonight. So good luck to them. I know they're bringing some of the main guys onto NXT tonight, like Kevin Owens will be there, and
he's going to be on NXT. I didn't see that part. I didn't know.
Yeah, they're going to do like a KO show for him. So we'll see what happens tonight. But AEW gets that world title match tonight. They got Rhea will be on the show tonight too. Yeah, Rhea's in action.
Yeah, and then
they got smile Raquel. Back muscles. Raquel will be there.
Smile back. Raquel is there. Yep. Jay Cross said he watched Dave. Putting in the ones. You got NXT over AEW. Hey man, I'm old school black and gold NXT, so I'm gonna support NXT all day. I'm just a homer with that one. I ain't gonna lie to you, even though it's not the same NXT.
I'm always loving NXT because it's run by the greatest of all time, HBK. So
there you go.
I'm just hoping they start doing better. But AEW, they got the world title match tonight, so it's gonna be tough competition. And then you got fucking NBA tonight. You got MLB tonight. So full slack of entertainment tonight on television.
Carl Anderson.
Yeah, I don't know how he's gonna pull that out, dude.
Right. Carl Anderson did all that damn talking about Saudi just to take his ass right back over there as soon as they threw him a check. Like, get out of here, man. The Phillies play tonight too. I forgot about that. Then hockey did start off. Shout out to the Dallas Stars, man. Offense looking real good right now. But I'm gonna say that hockey stuff for later on, man. I don't watch early in the season. I'm always like after All-Star break with hockey with me, so I can't get on here and lie and pretend like I know what's going on. I do know the Stars' offense is looking pretty good. Other than that, I haven't checked nothing else out in hockey. So, but yeah, great show again, man. Everybody that's here, go to YouTube again, like the video, Leave your predictions for NFL. What we on, week 7? Coming up this Sunday? Is it week 7?
I think it's week 7, yeah.
So
Or
week
week
7
6.
predictions and tonight's NBA predictions for a chance. Well, let's just do week 7 predictions. But if you want to leave tonight's NBA predictions as well, go do that. That'll give you an extra gift card or merch if you get those right as well. So let's add some extra to it. See, I'm just giving out stuff out of my own pocket, out of my own dime. I ain't sponsored by nobody like that that's throwing money for me. Come on, y'all. I'm trying to make it easy for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Just tell the people, share the YouTube, because we're trying to build it now that I'm partnering with them. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. Shout out to everyone.
Subscribe, everyone. Subscribe. Help
Yeah,
this
I'm
man
5
out.
away from 1,100 on YouTube. So,
That way, when he becomes a millionaire, I can get some of that share.
oh no, you're definitely anybody that's ever been on the show or just anything that supported. As soon if I ever get hit big on anything, I promise you, I'm giving you something. Like I'm not that type of guy. If you supported me and helped me and all that, trust me, I'm the type that pays it forward and pays it back. So, that's what it is, man. So, I want us all to win, bruh. So, whoever get there first, and we all help each other, we good. So, make sure you follow my guy Max. He was in here early. Follow Push Play. Follow Get the Tables. Once again, he will be live tonight on Twitch doing AEW. Push, I don't know if you're going live tonight, but if just turn on the notifications. Hit the bell for everybody. Hit the notification bell so whenever we do go live, you will know about it. You won't miss any giveaways or anything like that. Yeah, Jay Cross, you know how it is. It's all respect for me. I'm not one of those. I told you, you know what it is, man. And see, I respect you and like you too as an Eagles fan.
How about this? Let's do a bet here.
Yeah.
If the Eagles end the year with a better record than the Cowboys,
they probably will. Right. It's most likely happening.
How about we'll just go with this. You have to do an Fly Eagles Fly theme on here, or the EAGLES Eagles soundbite.
So what do I get if the Cowboys win?
You get nothing.
Ah, hell no. That ain't no bet. That don't work like that. So look, if the Eagles have a better record than the Cowboys, then Tony would do a Fly Eagles Fly.
I would do it. Yeah, I'll do it on the show. I'll do that. How about that?
You know what? I'll do it too. I mean, it's kind of.
I already lost a bet to a guy in our chat over the Steelers and the Bucks. He originally was supposed to be $20 bet.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, man, go ahead. I gotta buy out of my own money. I have to buy a Steelers hat and wear it on stream one night.
Ooh.
And what am I gonna do with that goddamn Steelers hat afterwards?
Sell it on eBay.
I can burn it.
Yeah,
Give it away. I'll just give it to him.
Yeah, there's no way Tampa should have lost that. Good Lord. That was supposed to be an easy bet for you. Yeah. He said it's better than that punk hat. Wow. Wow. Okay. If the Eagles win a division, I don't want to do that to myself, man. They already ahead. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at their schedule like they about to be probably 10-0. So hell, the Giants might have a better record than us, even though we go sweep them. But they still might have a better record than us. Do they play Tampa this year?
Who?
The Giants?
No.
See? Do they play Cincinnati or the Rams?
I think, yeah. No. The Bucks, I know, play the Niners. The Bucks play the Ravens.
Let me see.
No, you know what? They do, because we play the AFC North. We do play the Bengals.
Let me see.
We play the Browns too.
The Giants got the Jaguars, Seahawks, Texans, Lions, Cowboys, Washington, Eagles, Commanders, Vikings, Colts, Eagles again.
Mm-hmm.
So they could, man, hey, low key, Giants, if they keep playing how they playing, they might end up with a better record because that schedule is horrible. Let's go to the Eagles. But they don't play the Rams or Cincinnati. Eagles got the Steelers, Texans, Commanders, Colts, Packers. All those are wins in my opinion. Unless they just choke. Titans, that's another win. Now it gets interesting when they play the Giants in December on the 11th. Then they got another win against Chicago. And then they take another L against the Cowboys. They're going to beat the Saints. And then they got the Giants again.
Jeez.
Like, why are we the only ones that got to play the Rams and the Bengals and all in Tampa? What type of BS is that, man?
Hey, man, we have a tough schedule too. We got to play the Ravens. We got to play the Bengals. Got to play the Niners. Play the Rams.
We play the Vikings, and we play the Vikings too. Yeah, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And we play at we'll beat Green Bay at Green Bay.
Yeah, it's because we had the first place schedule. So we're playing all the first place teams.
It's some BS, man.
So you want the Cowboys to suck. And then they'll have an easier schedule next year, and they'll make the playoffs easily.
Nah, I never want them to suck. But hey, it is what it is. That is true. Once again, shout out to everybody that came through. Much love. Shout out to Tony from Get the Tables. Make sure you follow him on Twitch as well. I'm sorry, Twitter.
Appreciate that.
As well, if you're not following him on Twitter. I'm still lobbying to get him to start a YouTube page.
You're asking for too much, brother.
If he ain't started one yet, so we can
I'm thinking maybe next year, Dave and I can do like a podcast on just strictly on YouTube.
And see,
that.
You already got content here because I can download these videos and send them right to you for your YouTube page. So
yeah, I'm thinking like maybe expand our game to YouTube next year. Figure something out.
But yeah, J Cross, Noti Gang, Push, Max, D Web, the usuals, Rob, Alice. I know I'm gonna miss some names.
I do have a YouTube page, yes, I do, but it's not used at all. I have like 2 videos on there.
There you go. My guy Lizard. I know I missed a few other names that came through and stopped by and said something, but much love to y'all. Once again, go to YouTube, like the page, like the video, help YouTube push it out because they not gonna push it unless they see likes and comments. So that's how YouTube operates. So the replays on Twitch have been pretty good. We get like 100, replays on this. It's not nearly as much as the wrestling stuff. People, the wrestling stuff be hidden, but the sports and all the other stuff, they don't hit as hard as the wrestling. So trying to change that as well. And yeah, man, till next Tuesday, we'll see who wins next week. Tony, all you got to do is inbox me the size of your shirt and the address you want me to send it to. And then
got it.
I'll go ahead and start making, because I still got to send D-Web. I got to make D-Web another shirt because the third party that I use for the free stuff, they got a problem with me doing the free stuff now. I guess too many people been winning free merch. So now they tripping on that. So I got to just make it at home myself. Like I make my shirts and just send them personally. So I'm going to start doing that way. Because D-Web was supposed to have his shirt 2 weeks ago. He still ain't got it. So and we live literally like 30 minutes away from each other. Yeah, so I told him at this point, whenever I get a free time this week, I'll just bring it to you and I'll make it myself. So you send me shirt size and I'll show you what it look like if you like it. If you want me to do another design for you, I got you. So
you got it, brother. I appreciate that.
And until next time, man, y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe. Much love to y'all.
Let it go. Thanks for having me, brother.
Yes, sir. And we are out.